Hey everyone, it's Rob back again with another Mafia Definitive Edition update. So after being put back, the PC gaming show has finally happened and we've been given a proper trailer now. So let's have a look at it and then I want to break it down and react a little bit.
You Tommy? Detective Norman.
How long you been in town?
3 years.
They handed you the Morello case. Right out of the gate.
That's what the paper says, ain't it? And what's it to you?
Case must be getting pretty cold by now.
Or you got something might warm it up?
Yeah, I might have something.
What do they call you, son?
Thomas. Thomas Angelo, sir.
So wow, that was a pretty amazing trailer. Let's begin to try and break that down. So the trailer starts off with Detective Norman walking into a cafe where Tommy is sat there waiting for him. And that's a reversal completely from the original because obviously it's Tommy who walks into the cafe or diner where Detective Norman sat waiting for him. So that's interesting that they decide to reverse the roles in this remake. And then we get this nice shot of the bridge where there's a lot of traffic and a lot of people walking on the bridge. A lot more NPC activity, unlike the original where it was very quiet on the streets, not much going on. But we've come to expect this now over the years with these open world games like Grand Theft Auto and the like. A lot more NPC activity, so you know it's nothing new here. We'd expect that in the upgrade. But you can see a plane as well in the top left corner there flying across. So that would be pretty cool if there's going to be more aircraft in this remake. Because in the original, I think the only aircraft we see is when we're actually doing the mission where we kill Morello at the airport. I think that's the only time we ever see an aircraft. So that'd be awesome if we can actually take control of planes and fly around. So then the next thing we see is a train and then Tommy's view of the street from the train. As you can see, there's a lot going on here with NPC activity, which is good. A lot better than we got in the original. But we've come to expect, like I said earlier on, from these open world games now, there are a lot more NPC activity in these games. So this is nothing different. It'd be weird if we didn't see this. But as you can see, there are a couple of market vendors by the look of it, selling like fruit, it looks like. But maybe you can buy this stuff to replenish your health, maybe get hot dogs and other things like that. And also you can see there's a dog, so we might get a few more animals knocking around than we got in the original. I think in the original we only got like a few guard dogs and sort of placed here and there. So that's cool if we see a bit more life in the city. And also there's a guy on a motorbike, and I know we know already that motorbikes are in this game, but it's still nice to see a guy on a bike. So then we see Tommy and Detective Norman talking once again, and it's just nice to see the massive difference from this remake to the original. I mean, it's completely amazing to see the transformation in graphics compared to the original. So then we go to Tommy with a load of money on his table. He's still a taxi driver at this point. This is right at the beginning of the game where you're counting your money that the Don's given you to repair the taxi after you get Sam and Paulie back to his bar safe. And then we get this little scene I'm not too sure about. I think this is probably from the mission, A Trip to the Country, but I'm not 100% on that one. And then we get a shot of Morello. And he looks a lot bigger than the original model. I'll compare the two side by side. He definitely, well, I can't actually tell if he looks older or not. It's hard to tell with the original graphics, but he's definitely a bigger, stockier build, a bit more of a kingpin looking figure. And then we get a real good look at the man himself. And I like it, I do. I like the new look Tommy. He definitely looks younger, I'd say. And I like the voice as well. Like in my last video, I know I'd said that I wasn't sure on the voice actor. But I think the voice in the original reveal trailer is a lot gravelier. Like it's an older version of Tommy talking sort of later on in the storyline. But for what I'm hearing in this trailer, I do really like the voice. I think it fits. I think he looks good. So yeah, I'm happy with this. The trailer then cuts to these guys kicking a door in, but I don't know who these guys are, whether this is a mission we've not seen yet. I'm not sure. If anyone knows, let me know down below. And then we get a shot of these lads here with the Tommy guns firing at somebody. I'm guessing this is from the mission A Great Deal in the car park where we have that little shootout, but I'm not 100%. I'm probably about 90% that it is that one. And then we get a quick shot of Morello filling in some poor guy. I think it's from the scene in the original where that guy bumps into the back of his car and he gets out and absolutely fills him in. And then we get a shot of the bank vault being opened. I'm guessing from the mission Moonlighting, I think it's called, where you and Paulie rob a bank. I think this is a little scene from that one. And then we got a shot of Tommy in a church, which I'm guessing is the mission The Priest, where you've got the funeral of that guy from earlier on in the game that they kill. But Tommy is stood in the church here. The priest is kind of looking on. There's a guy laid down and the guy right at the back in the coffin, but there doesn't look to be much carnage. I mean, in the original, there's like a full shootout in the church with quite a few bodies laid about. So, and there doesn't look much damage to the church either there. So I'm not quite sure what's going on right here. And then directly following on from that, we get this image here, which is Tommy with Sarah, possibly, or because it follows on directly from the church scene, it could be just some random person in the church that got a bit scared by the gunfight, but I'm guessing it's Sarah. And then we see this clip of the race car, which is obviously where you have to sabotage the race car and then end up having to take part in the race. This is that race, I'm guessing. I don't know if there's going to be any other races that you can do in the game as well as the mission one. But I can't say I'm too bothered, to be honest. I didn't really like racing that much, but maybe they've made it better and a bit more enjoyable. That'd be good. And then look who it is. We got Luca Bertoni, Paulie, and Sam. That's like the first proper look at these lads. And yeah, they look pretty good. They're obviously celebrating Tommy's win from the race that we just saw. I wonder if Luca Bertoni's missions will come back or maybe be added to, so there's a few more side missions to do. And then we see Tommy and Paulie with baseball bats about to attack this guy. This looks like it's from the mission Better Get Used to It, where we're going after the guys that are giving Sarah a load of grief earlier on in the game. Then we see somebody, maybe Tommy, stood in front of a burning house. I've got no idea what this is from, to be honest. Whether this is a mission in the original or whether this is a new mission that we've not seen before. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank on this one. If anyone knows, let me know. Then we got a clip of Tommy dragging Sam along the floor. Sam's obviously hurt. This is a trip to the country where Sam is in the barn and we find him that he's been shot. And then we have to get him back to the doctor. So then we see two clips from the attack on Pepe's restaurant. Bearing in mind, earlier on, we did see a screenshot from inside the restaurant on fire where Tommy stood in there as well. So this is two more looks at that. Now, this next bit really caught my eye. It's so easy to miss as well. It literally flashes by in a split second, but it's Tommy on a motorbike and he's like sliding off the bike, aiming a gun at somebody. So then we see a clip of Tommy running away from the train yard warehouse just before it blows up. From the mission You Lucky Bastard, where we finally kill Morello Jr. But what's interesting about this clip is Tommy's got like a leather jacket on, which is like a different look than we've seen before. So I'm guessing they must have brought customization to the first one as well as 2 and 3, where you can choose what outfits your character wears. I mean, that's awesome. Like, that'd be really cool to choose your look for the playthrough. And I wonder about the voice actor for this bit too with Morello, whether he will get the classic, "You're too small for me." I doubt it though. I doubt it. And then we see the big lad, Don Salieri. And Frank in the background, blacked out. You can't really see him too well. I did try and brighten it up, but you still can't really make it out. Yeah, look at the Don. Looking good. He's looking sharp. He's dressed well. He looks the part. Definitely looks the part. I'm happy with how he looks and sounds, to be honest. He sounds good. Here's a nice shot of Tommy and Paulie towards the end of the trailer now, where Tommy joins the Mafia, but he's wearing his civilian clothes in this. I think in the original he is actually wearing a suit at this point, but this is a really cool point in the trailer where you can hear the voice as well. Like I said before, I did have my doubts about the voice actor, but I'm pretty impressed with what I've heard so far in this trailer. So then we get to the end of the trailer, and the Don asks him what his name is, and he says it's Tommy. Do you know what? I'm going to play it again. It's that good. I want to play it again.
What do they call you, son?
Thomas. Thomas Angelo, sir.
I like that too, as he's balancing the gun in his hand as he's aiming. That's a nice little touch. Shows a lot of attention to detail, and hopefully the game has a lot of points like that where they have put a lot of effort into these little things, little touches here and there. And this little scene looks like it's the end of the game where you're shooting Sam. I'll compare the two screenshots, but I'm pretty sure that is the end of the game, and also that is the end of the analysis of this trailer. Oh yeah, and before I wrap this video up, just a little bit more news on the side. This is the IMDb page of Mafia Definitive Edition now, which lists quite a few voice actors for the various characters. So that was it. That's my rundown of the trailer, and I'm impressed with it so far. I mean, the cutscenes, the graphics, and the voice acting as well. Yeah, so far so good. I'm gonna need to see some gameplay, obviously, before I draw like a proper conclusion, but it's looking good so far, definitely. They did play it kind of close to their chest though. What they did show in the trailer was all stuff from the original game. There was only a couple of tiny little bits that I didn't recognize. So, you know, they're playing their cards pretty close to their chest right now without showing us, you know, too much unseen stuff of this expanded story. But yeah, what did you guys think? You know, let me know in the comments below. I appreciate you watching, guys. Thank you so much. I'll catch you next time.